I'll be there soon. I'm trying to find some stuff here. Sorry, guys. I appreciate everything you do for me. Um, and I hope I can do things for you that will help you. I'm really frustrated in a way. I finally caught you live. You caught me live. What, on the street walking? Yeah, I'm a streetwalker every day. I hope you know that. And people are so nice to me because I wear funky clothes and it makes people smile. Nothing better than that. If I can make people smile, man, I just think I have no better job to do in life than trying to make people smile. But what I'm trying to do though is, with my information and knowledge about grants and stuff, I'm really trying to help people learn how to get grants and help you with that. And I feel I'm failing because of I'm not doing it right. I'm trying to use the technology we have, and I thought it's certainly better than when I was selling millions of books, and I'd send out millions of books, and people would use them as door stoppers because they had to read something. And nobody used it. Like diet books, how we sell millions and millions of diet books every year. We keep getting fatter and fatter and fatter. So that's the wrong system, obviously. And that's why when we started this on the group like 2 years ago, like, whoa, wow, I could really help people almost one-on-one and at a low cost. I used to help people one-on-one and charge them $20,000. And now, and so I just had rich people doing that. And they're no fun. They don't even need the money. And so now I have a way that to help people really need this, and it will be so important in their lives. And now my frustration is how to get it to you, how to to service you in the best way that you take advantage of these things. I know, and one of my issues is I've been studying for 50 years and you're just starting. So a lot of things I do is like to entertain myself. And your problems that you have with it is maybe not as interesting to me because I've gone through that stage, and I have to remember you're $50,000 in debt. Swipe, if you remember, get a copy of, Tammy usually puts it, let me see if this is here. On the member Let's Go Help 2, I put a link to the Monster Report. And in the Monster Report, item number 6, it shows you how to get in touch with a free financial counselor. I mean, see, you're $50,000 in debt. I mean, you must not sleep at night. Wow, I mean, I can't imagine. I would be, and I'd take it out on everybody. I wouldn't be friendly. I wouldn't try to make people happy or anything if I was $50,000 in debt. So that's why I feel if I can help you somehow, it's not only a help for you, it's a help to society, because then you can be much more helpful to society and loving and things like that, without carrying that burden of $50,000. So please, go to HUD.gov/counseling, okay? HUD.gov/counseling, and make an appointment with a free counselor, please. And people who are members watching this, download. Tammy just put another copy of the Monster Report, and that's number 6 there. So, and then after you do that, see, a lot of times they won't be able to show you grants. They don't know that. They know how to work with the credit people, and they could get the amount of money you owe down, how to make a deal with these people, all these kinds of things. So you want them to just deal that. Now you have to leave them and then start with the grant stuff. And below that, I have how to get the free credit counseling, and then below that I have reports step by step by step. If you have mortgage, this is what you do. If you're paying rent, this is what you do. You're paying utilities, this is what you do. To find sources of grant money to pay those daily bills that you have. I mean, it's the living expenses, okay? So you got to get them down, and you got to think through it. You can't do it alone. Don't think you can do it alone with the internet. No, the internet is going to screw you up so much and get you worse in debt, because what happens? You go to Google and you get hucksters like me that are going to promise you all this kind of nonsense, and it's not going to work. So you got to get serious people who don't make money off of you. See, that's the thing. Everything in Google are people that make money off you. Now, God bless them. I mean, that's that's the American way. I have to do that too, make money on it. But that's why I'm so happy I could do it for $20. So if getting $20,000 from you when you're $50,000 debt, that is nonsense. So you got to get out of Google, please. And you got to get on that phone, okay? A person on YouTube with the 50K. Okay, so you go to HUD. Now, the other place you go to is findhelp.org. 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 Findhelp. Okay, and put in financial assistance, okay? And you call those agencies. Please call people. Please. That's the only way you're going to get out of this. You're not going to do it. I mean, you may get lucky, and who the hell knows about anything, but your chances are going to incredibly increase if you start calling people but just nonprofit. Never call anybody with a .com. Never call somebody with a .com. Call people with a .org or .gov. See, I mean, I'm sure there's nice people and respectable people at .com, but you and I wouldn't know who the hell they are in the beginning, because the bad people look just like good people. So, and they're so very few. So just stay out of the .com world, okay? Please. And that's why, see, what we guarantee is not that you'll get money, but that every website we give you will be giving you money or free services, not taking your money, okay? And that's the important thing. I remember, start asking questions. There's Tammy. See, Tammy has the whip, man. You got to get a whip sound, Tammy. I'm sure. And sound effects for a whip. So when Tammy comes on, you hear the whip. And she's going to whip your ass to get you going because she knows what it's all about. It is. Good day, Matthew. Go to hub.gov. Yes, and look for counseling. So that's why, please, if you're a member and we don't help you to answer your question or whatever, because that's our problem. We have too much stuff on Let's Go Help Too. It was fine when we were on Facebook, but now that we're on Let's Go Help Too, we can't manage these goddamn things. We're trying though. That's why if you really want to get your answer answered, put it on Facebook. That's still there, and I answer almost all of those too. So make sure it's there. Tammy is incredible. Yeah, she's a superhero. And I answer those questions. So if you want your question not to get lost, go over to Let's Go Help Too, and that report, Tammy, remember that report that has 48 years. My 48-year report, here it is. After 48 years of grant research, I don't know if you have that, but here is the copy of that. I'm going to put in the description here. Okay. Because down here is, there's, look at her. Sandra, I just saw your notice. Did you get my answer to your question? You're the lady from Australia who came here and went to the, okay, we've cracked the code. Okay, that's the report, Tammy. Where do I find, Sandra, I sent it to you. You have the question, I think you did. But look at the monster report up there, okay? And there's the mini grant report, okay? And I'm not sure what you're looking for, Sandra, but the link to your state mini grant report is in that. It's the monster report above that Tammy just put up a little bit ago. Tammy just put up the meta report too, and that's another good one. It's bigger, but a little more confusing too. But look a little further up with Tammy on her first link, and I put it way in the beginning too somewhere. So you can see the monster report from me. So download that to make sure you get the 500 mini grant report, okay? I just joined this morning. Oh, I just answered your question this morning. Boy, you're getting service like anything. Come on, send us your shoes. We'll shine your shoes before the day's out too, okay? Anything. Iron your dress for tomorrow. Wash your windows. Whatever. I just think if people are sort of like giving up faster and not getting the help, and that's what bothers me. We're losing people faster than we ever had before, and I think we've been on this let's go help too much, and it's harder to please people. On Facebook it was easier. We got you. You didn't. We didn't. We made sure we answered your question. Here we can't. And so it's all over, and I think we're missing people. Go to school in Florida. Yes, you could go to school in Florida. You go to school anywhere. I don't know what kind of school you want to go to, Timothy. Look at item number 6 in the monster. Okay. I misspelled monster. Okay, in item number 6, there's how to double your salary. Okay, this tells you about item number 6, in the listing of sources of grants and for living expenses, there's a report on doubling your salary. And that's the training you have to get a better job. And before I would get a degree program, I would look at training programs to help. And actually, there's a lot of training now that help with getting a degree. You can get trained, and then that translates into credits, and so you get trained for 12 months or something like that and get a great job, or weeks actually, and then if you want to work on the degree, you have a foothold into that. I need help paying my bills, phone, car, rent, utilities. Okay, Jesse, it's all right there. Number 6, start with that. Make an appointment. You have a lot of bills to worry about, a lot of debt or whatever. So first make an appointment with a housing counselor, okay? And that's what they are. So you get an overview of what's there. So you can't go out and fight this war yourself. You have to get a picture, a bigger picture, and somebody who gets a bigger picture of your situation that knows more options than you or I would even know. And these are these financial counselors. So you just can't yourself do this because it's too complicated out there. You need help with people, and the help I send you are people who will do it for free. See, that's the key. You don't go out and go Google. You'll never find the free people that will help you like that. In Google, you have the many grant. Yes, we have it, Serena. Look in the monster report, on the bottom of the monster report. There's a click there to find. You could download every state if you want. You could have a whole 50 mini grant reports sitting on your desk for every state. Start a business like mine, charge them money, and get them the information that I gave you. For $20. I don't care. You're helping people, and I want you to help people, okay? Let me ask the question. My wife goes to school in Florida and work in Florida, but stay in Georgia. Which state can I apply? Both. Because some of them will, every program is different. If it's for living expenses, then it would be Georgia. Education expenses, then it would be Florida. I would go to the Career One Stop in Florida. Okay, so you want to go to Career One. Okay, so put in your zip code in Florida and make an appointment to go to the Career One Stop. If they don't want you or something like that, then you do that in Georgia and do that. And it's important that you do it. It's important because that will lead to something else. Keep an open mind. Don't expect it. You're going to make one phone call. You may, but you won't know until you make the call. So you have to do that first. Mini grants in Pennsylvania, yes. And like I say, you could download them all. I give you the link to everything. And I worked on those suckers for 7 years. So you're welcome to share it. I feel this is public information that everybody should know, but the government doesn't do it well. So I'm doing it, but I have to eat. And the people who help me have to eat. So we charge money for it. But see, the extra money, if we make a profit, we give it back to you. So that's the important thing. All I live in Alabama. Where can I find help for buying a home with 5? Well, if you remember, Let's Go Help. I have in the Monster Report, item number 7 shows you all the nonprofit organizations that will help you buy a house when you have low income, bad credit, and stuff like that. Okay, and that's what they do. They're nonprofit organizations. They don't get money from you to do anything except try to help you, and they don't do it for money. They do it. They've already been paid. So you got to find those people. Okay. There is actually, if you go and look on my YouTubes, I put that list and look in the last couple of YouTubes that cover housing and real estate, and that list will be in there in the description. I try to get this information out to many people, even if they don't pay me, because I think I think we're in a national emergency with all this stuff that's going on, and people can't make it. We have more poor people now than ever before, twice as many poor children than ever before. I mean, this is terrible for the richest country in the world to be acting like this. But, I'm only one person, and I love doing this. I live in Colorado, just bought a partially burnt house in Saugus, Mississippi to flip. Need a low-cost loan and grants to fix up so the family can live there. So a family can live there. It's the best place to live. Okay, so look at item number 7, item number 2 and 7. And okay, now because you're not living there, a lot of programs are really for people who live there. So you have to fish through those more to find out those that, and because some of them are like the new Biden programs. It's for the house. They want the house to be better, so they'll give you $1,400 to fix up your house. And that's the Inflation Reduction Act, and that'll be available in a few weeks, months, depending on the state has to be set up to give out the money. So we don't know when and how that's happening yet. Is that good for more? It's good for every state. No, houses and every state. No, we realize that every state is different though. That's why what we do is point you to the organizations in your state that are most likely to have that. Inflation Repair Act, is that for all? Yes. There are income limits on some of the items, but the income limits go up like $150,000 or more or whatever. When does it start? It's different. It started already, but it's not available yet. So that, to me, it doesn't really start. But if you ask, oh yeah, the bill passed and they're also, but what happens, the money has to get to the state, Melissa, and the state has to figure out how to give the money out. And that's where it is. I've been calling my state energy office, and it'll be through your state energy office. So what to do, look at that item number 2, and it shows you how to find your state energy office. And if you want to use Google, fine. You put in your state and you put Office of Energy and make sure it's not a .com. That's the one thing. I'd like to mention I appreciate you and think you're, oh, Melissa, oh, where have you been all my life? Oh, I don't know. We all struggle, Melissa, and I'm very happy at what I do because I see more people are able to take advantage of it, and that makes my life feel important. And we all want to feel important, and that's why love is so important. And it just took me, I think, till a couple of years ago to even say the word love. I mean, I grew up in the 50s, when John Wayne is the ideal of a man, and to say love, you just don't do those things. And I thought if you said love, you had to be married. That's stupid. And the people are so important, and it's so important to give. That's what I feel. And so if I'm giving love, then that's very selfish and so good. I mean, why do we pick up a baby or a puppy and want to love the hell out of it? Because it feels good. guys aren't trained much that way. It's not selfless, it's selfish. Because it feels so good. Thank you. Made two mistakes. Also bought two properties in Illinois. Roofs are mostly gone, but well, look more because see, local offices, Seth, are trying to fix up programs. Now, I have a bunch of things I wanted to talk about today. I'll probably never get to them. Because I have all these other things that, yeah, but local offices, I can't even find where the hell they are. Yeah, local offices have money to fix up bad property, okay? Go to your community development office, okay? And that's where you want to go. Grandpa looks like, oh, what'd you do with those? Let's go. Oh, what an old fart I am, huh? Two grandsons. I must be on the couch over there. But yes, come, look at that now. Or go here, Seth. If you're in, I don't know where you live. Let's say you live in Nebraska and you have that property in Illinois. Okay. Get the zip code for your property. Go to Find Help. Okay. findhelp.org and put in home repair. Okay, now what you'll have to do now is just carve out an afternoon, get on the phone and call everybody that is in that list on home repair. Now, they're going to say, do you live there? And you'll say no. Okay. Then what you say is, well, where do you think I could go for that? Because the government wants to have property look nice. So whoever owns it, see, that's why as a property owner, they want to help you, okay? And that's what it's for. So you want to find that. Another way is to go to when I'm online, I can't go onto other websites very fast. Let me see another way to do that. Actually, the other thing too is to go to the Monster Grant Report. Oh, what happened? Did I lose everybody? Oh, shit. Yeah, that's what I hate when I do this. And I lose you. If I lost you, I'm going to be really ticked off. Oh, please, I hope I didn't lose you. If I go live. Yeah, I guess that's it. Oh, okay, you're good. Hey! maybe. Okay, nice. Okay, right. Okay, so you find out. Why isn't there? Okay, there I am. I'm sure there will be more grants for us in New York. My home needs windows because I'm sick of the cold. Oh yes, Melissa, look at that number 2 item. That's the people you want to start calling. Yes, definitely. I filled out an application, but no one has responded. You call. Okay, and if it's a government office and they don't respond, then you call your elected official. See, that's what I want to hear from you. That how did you get stuck? Tell us how you got stuck and what happened, so we could show you another strategy to get around that. See, life is full of roadblocks and stop signs and everything. And life is, how are you going to figure out to get around those, through those, over those, or whatever? I did fill out. See, in other words, Melissa, see what will happen. You'll never hear from them, maybe, and then you won't do anything. Oh, come here, I like to pay. Do you think they will hear my... The real answer is nobody knows until you ask. Some will, some will not. But I know nothing will happen unless you try. So that's why you have to look at it. Is that not whether they do it or not? Yeah, it's just like, oh, you want to go on a date with somebody? Well, you ask them. You don't know if they're going to go out or not, right? But you know they won't if you don't ask. So that is definitely true that they will say no if you don't ask. You already got the no. They're not going to help you because you haven't asked. But you have to. That's why you have to have more than one source to get the possibility of. I've been single lots, married 3 times. Look at Leska, always back to life. I don't know. Well, I see personal relationships the same as professional relationships. You have to. It's all from the heart. That's what we all want to, what do you call it? A spreadsheet to know, oh, do this, and you're successful. That's bullshit. You have no idea, if you will. Maybe, you need strategy, so it's a good place to start somewhere. Catching up to Johnny, 3 times married Johnny Carson. I was on his talk show once about, and it was about people who married before, and I said, and 3 marriages, and the other guy had 7, somebody had 22. So I felt like a real sloth. I don't know what the hell I was there for. But personal relationships, like if you have a business, it's not, you don't make love by numbers, you make love by your heart. And I think our talent is the same thing. We have 2 things to give to individuals through our love, and through society through our talent. But we should not do it for what we want to do. We have to figure out what the other person needs, and they don't even know either. They'll say they know, but they're really not. So that's why your heart has to talk to their heart to find out what it really is. One of my theories is a good lover isn't told what to do. You get little clues because we ourselves don't know what the hell we want. And that is, I remember Johnny Carson reminds me, when I was a younger guy doing a lot of talk shows, that people used to come up to me, oh, I saw you on Carson. Never been on Carson. I was on Jay Leno, when he took over, but not Carson. But people, when you're on television, they say, like, people think I'm Bill Nye the Science Guy or something like that too. And that's far from me. That guy probably even wrote real books. I write directories, phone numbers. I don't have to know how to spell because I flunked English in college. But please, if we didn't help you, and what we gave didn't help you, you have to please ask us again. Please tell us what happened, please, so we can grow with you. We want to help you to grow, and people are I think, coming here and trying one thing and giving up shit. I knew it wouldn't work. That crazy man didn't know anything. And it's true, I don't. I'm struggling too. I don't know the answer to everything. No one does. And that's it. You'll go, and the problem is we pay people more money if they make us believe they know the answer. Like tell your doctor. Every doctor's guessing. They don't know what the fuck works, and maybe this will work better than something else and things like that. But no, try this. No, that's why they're in practice. They have a practice. Are practicing. But they don't tell you that because then they can't charge these outrageous fees. They have to make you believe. And Google is full of this. This is what capitalism is all about. Me convincing you I know more than anybody else, and you'll give me more money. I don't know anything. But and see, I think that's why people run away, because it didn't work. And most things don't work. So you have to build up something else out of that. Doctors want to throw pills at you, exactly, because the pharmaceuticals are giving them money. If I could give you a prescription where I make an extra $1,000, that sounds good. But the most important thing is not me, not anything else in your life. It's you using your heart and trying. Vax conversation. Yeah. Well, That, I mean, that's a personal thing too. How can I make an extra $1,000? Well, get a gun and a mask. A lot of people do it that way nowadays. And there's thousands of ways. See, and you don't need money. Yeah, and that's the other thing. Look at the number 6 again in the monster report. There's a couple things there. One, it goes through how to pick up an extra cash. Okay, I'll show you all the government programs where you live that give out cash for emergencies of any program. The next thing it does is show you the programs that pay for living expenses. You have to do that. The next thing it does is show you how to create money. And that's, let's go with the real time and the truth. Walk away. What do you mean, Francine? I don't know. What did I do? Should I walk away? I'm not. I mean, if people, if this doesn't help people, I'll figure something else out to try to help people. And that's what we're all here for. After we help ourselves, first we have to be secure and help ourselves, okay? And take care of ourselves first, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. So do that first. You know, get the income you need or whatever to do that. And that's what this item number 6 does: is show you how to get money to help government pay for things that you're paying for, then how to create money. And there's, you know, being a freelancer, working on your home, doing things that cost no money at all to create income. After I failed my first 2 businesses, every business like this, I started with absolutely no income. A business that was successful before that, absolutely no income. The first 2 businesses, I got money and started, and they all failed. So now I'm a great believer and don't use money to start a business. There's there are some who really have to, using a gun and man. Not a good road to go down for a few extra, yeah. You don't see tacky jokes in that humor, Francine. No, and we all have different senses of humor, and I piss off a lot of people too. Actually, I've been thrown off talk shows. I've been thrown off talk shows with my question mark suits because they didn't like the question mark suits. I lost millions of dollars to do that. I'm looking for investors to do that. Yes, Melissa, go to item number 3 in the the monster report, okay? And make appointments. Now, it'll show you people in your area that help you start a business. They get grants to live on. They don't need money from you to eat or anything. They're there to help you grow your idea. And what's neat, I mean, I don't like showing you actual grants yet, because that's a little complicated, and you'll waste time trying to figure that out and give up before you get anything too easily. That's why it's better to go. I mean, I have all those sources too, and you know, that's in the meta report. But in the monster report, it is organizations that will sit down with you and help you think through your idea. What's good about it? What's bad about it? What are the possible sources about it? If you need money, okay, they help you get that. If you need legal help, okay, they help you get that. If you need marketing help, okay, they help you get that. Where else are you going to get that except from government and nonprofit organizations? Do not go to Google, please. No Google, no Google. This is a Google-free zone. That's what it is. But are they income amount? No, millionaires. You know, I use these people for my Fortune 500 companies. They want people to create jobs. You know, their grants may be. I mean, some of these organizations also in grants, and they may be for certain categories of people. But no, don't worry about anything. Worry about finding help. And if they have requirements, then you find other help. And that's all you have to worry about. There's always, go to Google and you'll find 50 excuses why you shouldn't do anything. And you have to ignore that and start doing something. And if that doesn't work, you do something else, okay? And that's the only way home. I mean, if you're starting something new, just think about it. I don't know, maybe you've had children. My boys are older than me now. But when they learn to walk, okay, I watch them in the living room, like crawl over to the coffee table and pick themselves up on the coffee table and straighten out, and then try to walk, and they fall on their ass, right? So they have to crawl back, pick themselves up, and try to, and they're gonna have to do that 100 times before they learn how to use that line. Well, that's what you're trying to do and start a business. You haven't done this before, okay? So you have to crawl over the coffee table, pick yourself up, and then fall down, and then figure out what else to do next. So put that in your, you're gonna go somewhere else. Unless you don't give a shit and you have other things to do. Fine, I can't argue with that. We all have responsibility for our own life. But if you want to do this, then that may happen. May not. Maybe the first time you haven't. That's why I say when you go to number 6 and you start calling these free mentors, you call as many as you possibly can. And you look for, you make appointments, talk to people, whatever. And the other place you want to go to is, I should put this in the list too, meetup.com. Go to meetup.com and join some meetup groups, because in where you live, everybody, there are either online meetings, there's there are groups of people like you trying to start businesses or already have, and they share ideas. Now, that is where you want to get information from people who already did this, instead of people who figured out a way to get a lot of money from you to tell you that. These people don't charge anything at all. They're just nice, friendly people that want to share their experiences. And that's what you want. And the other people are people that get grants from nonprofit organizations and the government to help you do that. Why do they get grants? Because if you start a business and create a job for yourself or someone else, and maybe you're another Facebook or whatever, then call Pillow Talk Property. That's great. Online business, but I need capital to proceed. I'm stuck. I'm stuck course rates. I'm stuck because the rates are too high. No, I'll lose them. Okay, Melissa, you got to sit down with somebody, help you think that through. Okay, and there are those people. In item number 3, make, yes, words of mouth works. I've been reading all the less. Oh, nice thing. Yeah, okay, so in item number 3, start calling as many of those people, making appointments with them to get ideas on the best way for you to do it. I mean, sure, you would like item number 3 in the monster report. Sure, you would like to get a $100,000 grant and solve all your problems. That, the chances, I mean, that's possible. Actually, there's here's a program I was going to tell you about. Massachusetts will give you $300,000 to start a business in Massachusetts. This is a grant. They want people to start business. It has to be retail, so you have to have a retail outfit. $300,000, yeah, and they'll pay up to 90% of what it costs for you to start a business. That's you have to find out what's in Florida and New York. Okay, every place is different, and that's why it takes work. And you want to talk to people in those states that help people like you find this out. See, same way, Melina. It's in California. You want to find people in your state that help people like you, and because I mean, I could guess and I know probably where they are, but you have to then talk to them to learn specifics. Otherwise, you go to Google and you're lost, and you'll never find anything. And, you know, particularly if it's somebody giving out something for free. It's yeah. I think I'm going to use the symbol for a Google free zone. Yeah, that's it. Listen, guy, I want to exercise. I got to do 6-7 miles of walking, which I do most every day. Every day. I've been doing it since I got out of the Navy in the mid-20s for me. So that's over 50 years of walking. I remember my doctor said, I can't last that long because I used to run. Up until about 2 years ago, I was still running, in my late 70s. That's the most healthy thing I do, and mainly for weight control. I was a short, fat kid. And so I fight weight every single day of my life. It's like, I feel it's like sexual harassment for women. That must be a job that you have to attend to every day of your life. Weight is like that for me. Boy, I just can't let it go. Oh man, the problem is if I have one cupcake, I'll have the bag. So there's no such thing as one dish of ice cream or one cupcake. Man, you kidding me? That's why they put half gallon in. So what do you think? Thanks for letting me do this. Can someone approve my request to join Facebook? Yes, Jesse. What is your Facebook name? I'll go and look after I hang up, okay? And if it doesn't work, Jesse E. Rios, okay. If it doesn't work, email. Okay, yeah, email her, but I'll go. Yes, Melissa, where is your next when? Don't know. I mean, I hate having a schedule. I mean, that's why I probably got married so many times. I mean, I used to do a column for Good Housekeeping. It was a monthly column, and oh man, I just hated it. It felt like I was in jail. I hated it so much. And so I did, because I want to be my best. I'm my best when I want to do it. If I have to do it, I'm not my best. I'm sorry. A lot of it is in the morning. I did one late last night, and that was it. But at Melissa, make sure you sign into Facebook. I try to answer all those questions there, okay? And that's why. So that's why I guess Jesse Rios. Okay, that's Jesse E. Rio. Okay, I'll try to find it. Did you, Jesse, did you request access? So you have to request and I'll okay it. You should be automatically okayed. We do that every day, supposedly. Sometimes we screw up a lot. Because I'm a bad manager. One thing I hate managing people, man. I just don't want, I like telling people what to do because I hate being told what to do. So that doesn't work for everybody. Have a blessed weekend. I will, Melissa, and thank you for being there. He's a fly by the seat of our pants guy. Yeah, because I could give the best I have that way. Try burpees. You've done a strong condition. I'll never look back. Bye. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. Tammy, thank you, dear.